Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Predicted 23 for the massive clash against our rivals in Carlton. Plenty of news, injuries, illnesses, and a debutant. Let's talk all things black and white. All right, so as per the injury report, we've got Westy, who unfortunately will miss 4 to 6 weeks. Marvel Stadium has taken another one of our teammates in Charlie West, 4 to 6 weeks due to stress fracture or stress reaction in his third metatarsal. Same thing happened to Brazzy. He had a pre-existing foot injury. Marvel was the final thing that got to it. Same thing with Westy, who came into the AFL side with pre-existing foot issues, and then Marvel Stadium finally got him as well. So he will spend some time on the sidelines, and look, would have he kept his spot in the side? I'm not too sure. Maybe almost definitely we were looking to bring in some more speed after what we saw against West Coast. Steele Sidebottom is also out, with most likely to be out due to illness, as per Fly McRae's press conference earlier today. So we've got Westy, Sidey out, and you know what? We need to add a new name here because they're making their debut and probably is a straight swap for Steele Sidebottom. It's another Steele. So I might need to change it. I'm going to write... Yeah, it's going to be Steele for now, but it's not the Steele we think it is. I don't even know if it's Steele with an E at the end. Chat, you might need to help me out. But anyhow, let's put Steele here. Rowan Steele. Maybe we'll add an R. Because that's going to be confusing. Rowan Steele. And we'll add the E because I'm more confident that it's an E at the end. So Rowan Steele, he'll be our sub initially. And let's work through this. So Josh Dacos had a little bit of a disappointing first quarter and then really picked it up from there. Saw some interesting footage from behind the goals. Just players looking to expose Josh Dacos defensively. So that's a watch. It's hard for us as fans to see that on TV. Maybe some of you have seen this live at the game, but that's definitely a watch going into the final series. We have Quaynor, who's been really, really strong. I was about to put Frampton in, but Frampton, we know he's injured. So put Darcy Moore here. The Bruz is back. Not without taking out Jordan De Goey at training with a concussion, unfortunately. So De Goey is further away than what we had initially hoped, and that's not by any fault of his own at training. Dean's spot will be in question, so we'll put him here for now. Charlie Dean. Let's go. Jeremy Howe at centre half back. I would say, outside of Nick Dacos, Jeremy Howe is the second most important player in our team, structurally, in my opinion. More important than anyone besides Nick Dacos. And then we can also have... I reckon this makes up for potentially not having Charlie Dean in the team. I think... Will Hoskin Elliott in the back line could be a good move. And then Pez as a rotation. Anyone else here? I mean, Houston probably starts on the field, right? So let's just amend that. Let's go Houston here. And Houston, after having a quieter game against St Kilda, he was much better against West Coast. Was great against West Coast. And even though I'm not entirely fussed about his form slump, if you want to call it that, this year, really not that bothered. All right. Allen. Mixed bag with Allen, I think, for you guys. I personally really liked the way Allen went about his footy against West Coast. So I think he still stays in the team. Crisp had a really good game. Spent a little bit of time in the midfield, so we'll start him on the wing. Lipinski played high half forward, so we'll probably rotate on the wing at some point as well. So we keep him in. He had a really good game, kicked 2 goals, 20-odd touches or whatever it was. Sullivan's position would be in question, perhaps. Let's go midfield. Ned Long. DC. Pendles, Rolls Royce, and Nicky Dacos, who also, in my opinion, had a really, really good game against the Eagles. And that's a good point, Luke. Darcy Moore has a really interesting assignment in Charlie Curnow, where in times gone by, that's been Billy Frampton's job, Charlie Curnow, and a bit of Mackay as well, of course. Okay, so forward line. Titch needs to go there because you're not a ruckman. Bobby Hill. Do we say? Let's just say for now. Let's manifest Bobby Hill back in the team because we need that speed, that injection of speed. Myercheck, full forward. McStay, centre half forward. Membry, we can put him here. Maybe we'll make that a little bit bigger. And then Jamie Elliott. There. I'm not so fussed about these positions. You know, they're all fluid within the game. So this is always going to be a moving picture. That is, now we've got to look at our subs. Okay. So in fly, so here's the thing, guys. Here's the quandary we have here. In the video where Steele got announced that he would be playing, there was no announcement for Tom Mitchell. I would have thought that if Tom Mitchell was returning this week, they would have said, also, by the way, Tom Mitchell, welcome back. You've been out for more than 12 months at AFL level. Round of applause. We want to see a contest against a really strong contest side, blah, 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 and the rest. That didn't happen. And then at the end of the video, just as the video was ending, Fly says, and here's the squad for the game against Carlton. So, look, maybe, but it just the way things have panned out so far this week, I don't know if Tom Mitchell comes back in yet. What do you think? Look, we'll put him in. I'm speculating because I haven't seen an announcement. And they've already shown the side to the team in that team meeting. Maybe we'll find out about Tom Mitchell tomorrow. Maybe they want to save Tom Mitchell for tomorrow. So they don't steal each other's shine, if that makes any sense. So today we see Rowan Steele, tomorrow we see Tom Mitchell. So let's roll with that. Rowan Steele is a winger, but I hope maybe he'll be a little bit more versatile, play forward and whatnot. I think Sullivan played decent, I thought. Couple turnovers. Almost 50% of his disposals were turnovers, but in saying that, I don't know what else we can possibly do. I think, Charlie Dean seems like he's going to be out. Charlie Dean isn't out, unfortunately. Sullivan was actually pretty good last week. I thought so too, but the turnovers threw me off. 13 touches, 6 turnovers. That really threw me off. Markov also out, right? Because he was a part of it, wasn't he? Markov was in the team, so we put him out. So we go Bobby Hill in. Who else in? Steele in. Tom Mitchell in. Who else is the other in that we're looking at here? Bruzzy. So there's quite a number of inclusions and exclusions, for that matter. Are you guys happy with that? Well, let's look at emergencies as well. Maybe we go... So Will Hayes, his name was thrown around. So potentially. Maybe... Well, Jacob Ryan's out now. Maybe Will Parker. And then Markov. Where are you? Where's Markov? Am I blind? Oh, Markov's out. But we'll also have him... We'll have him as the emergency, so we'll put him there. You'd swap... Oh, look, don't worry about these positions so much. Just assume that they're in the back line and they'll be in the positions they need to be. I'm not too stressed. Yes, Josh Dacos. All right, let's do it. Some of you guys are so anal on these specific positions. You know what I mean, right? Josh Dacos is obviously going to be the halfback flanker. Maybe I should just put him where he should be. And then no one will complain. Okay, so keep in mind, if Bobby Hill is not available, I feel like Will Hayes will play